Do you want to do the Australian accent that you've been working on?
Hey, Oscar Cluff, hey, oi, 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 oi.
It's so bad. It's
Get
really
another,
bad.
get another shrimp on the barbie.
That's better. I don't get what's the oi 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 thing. You just say oi 11 times.
I need you to expand your. Have you ever been to Australia?
They don't just yell oi over and over and over again.
I mean, like if you're like about to like run into somebody with your car, like someone's like walking at you or running at you and not looking, you're just oi, 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 oi. What's
So
up now?
you've
What's up,
been
mate?
in Australia
hmm
and been in a situation where someone was trying to run someone over with their car.
Not run over intentionally, but like, croaky, mate, keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah, that is real discussion in an Australian accent. Just yelling oi over and over again is not the way to do it.
It's like, have you ever been in a situation where like someone's like maybe about to like bump into you or run into you and kind of hit that hey 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 hey.
But
What are you
theirs is
doing?
oi.
But there's a oi 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 oi, mate.
Okay, that's just if you were Australian. That's
No,
not
that's
a
what they
normal
do.
person.
No, I'm very well versed in Australian culture.
Well, I worked at a company that has a headquarters in Australia and is 60% Australian people for like 3 years, and I never heard oi, 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 oi.
I got boots on the ground in Australia currently.
Who?
I got Drew,
Drew?
Andrew Robinson.
Oh, he's in Australia now?
Yeah. Oi, 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 oi.
Oh, right. Ridiculous. I digress. My favorite phrase Oscar Cluff is Australian. That's why we just did that for a whole minute. Oscar Cluff was on the microphone for Boiler Ball and got practice clips mixed in. This is probably the most basketball footage of Oscar Cluff in a Purdue uniform that Boiler Ball has shared. But also, we got an actual 2 minute interview with Oscar himself, talking through his early impressions of what this Purdue team looks like, talking through just some, I don't know, things about him. Get to know Oscar Cluff a little bit more. What's his background? How did he become the basketball player that he is? Some things from this interview that jumped out to me that I just flat out didn't know. Oscar Cluff was not really a basketball player growing up. He played it, but he was a rugby player growing up. And think the physicality that he plays with makes sense after hearing him talk about how he's come up through the sports world. He wanted to play rugby, but he just grew too big for rugby. Hard to have a 6'11 dude on the rugby pitch. So ultimately, that kind of led him, his growth spurt led him into basketball. But he even says kind of flat out, "Hey, I didn't grow up with like players I was watching or players I aspired to be at all. I just played rugby, and I think you can see that in the way I play. I'm very physical. I seek out contact." He talked about his love for rebounding. You understand who Oscar Cluff, the player, is after listening to Oscar Cluff, the person, talk a little bit here. But the quote the Purdue fans are going to love the most that I'd like to ask you about is this. At the end of this 2 minutes, he was asked about what it's like playing with the other Purdue veterans, Trey Kaufman-Renn, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, this awesome senior class. And Clough kind of, for the first time in the interview, kind of sat back. You can see it on his face. He just kind of hit you with this like grin, this smile, this like I don't know, the weight was taken off for a moment. And he's like, man, I mean, I knew they were good when I committed, I knew they were good, but they are really good. And that was the end of the interview. So Purdue fans are going to be excited about that. But what'd you make of this entire Oscar Cluff interview piece?
Uh, I need to find a way to flip this to that he thought so negatively of like he thought Purdue gimmick was a fluke until he got into it. That's why they were just good. Now they're very good. But no, I think that you know I brought this up on another video, but Oscar Cluff has all the making of the like Boilermaker lore kind of player. Like how this fan base fell in love so quickly with Lance Jones. I think that could happen with Oscar Cluff. He just seems like this very like honored to be here. I get to play with these great players. I get to be a part of something. I get to be physical, be myself, and be immersed in the fan base. He talked about the alumni game. I just think that he's going to be a fan favorite for this Purdue team on top of like what this team on top of being like what this team needs like on the court wise. Like a physical, massive human being. He always looks wide. Like with respect to him, like I'm not saying he's like, out of shape or anything, but he's just a wide human being.
Hmm.
I'd be very interested just to go shoulder to shoulder on what like his measurements are, but yeah,
Are you trying to have a wide off with Oscar Cluff? Is that
he
what you
don't
want?
want to have a wide off me respectfully because he's wide in the shoulders. He's saying he's got a narrow wagon though. I peeped that. His wagon doesn't match the shoulders, but yeah, I just think that Purdue fans, his teammates are just gonna love this dude, and he's exactly what they need. And I would love to have a 6 pack of Fosters with my guy Oscar.
I thought that was a joke.
That's the official beer of Australia, by the way, Mister. I
Got it.
worked for a guy in Australia for 3 years.
Not a guy, a company that has a headquarters in Sydney that is 60% Australian.
Is it
Thank you very
Dimers?
much. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they are Australian, aren't they?
Yeah. Literally every coworker I'd get on Zoom calls with people just waking up in Australia as it's like 5 p.m. in America. Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Also, not on this topic. Who does a boiler ball think they are?
What does that mean?
Like the first thing I see underneath this video too is they're retweeting that Quinn Costello's taking a visit. Is that like allowed? Can they like retweet on 3 articles?
Okay, we're gonna do a Quinn Costello video after this, so let's save our thoughts for that one here. You said a 6 pack of Fosters. At first, I thought that was a Foster lawyer joke. Do you
No,
want 5 more clones of Foster lawyer?
no, a 6 pack of Foster's beer.
Got it. Okay, thank you for that. Yeah, I just feel like we're starting to learn like what Clough is going to be culturally for a year, and I think you think through some of the most beloved Purdue players that did not play 4 years at Purdue in recent memory, and Lance Jones obviously comes to mind, right? Partially because he was a key cog in a really awesome team, but also because Lance Jones like really embraced what it means to be a Purdue player. Like he just engaged with the fans. He clearly loved it. He's been back on campus, all these things. I think that's where we're headed with Oscar Cluff here. And I think he's just kind of like Payne always does the personality fit stuff. It's pretty obvious the personality fit here is perfect for both this specific group of players and also this program as a whole. Like Oscar Cluff would be a great Boilermaker if you dropped him on a team 7 years from now. We don't even know the other Purdue players. He's the perfect player on a team with Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman, Brandon Fletcher, Lawyer, both basketball skill set wise and also personality wise. The fans are going to love him. I think Newbert said in like a, I don't know if this was a Q&A or something in the message boards for goldenblack.com, but Newbert wrote that like all Oscar Cluff wants to do is like rebound and chase wombats with a stick. Like 100% get that out of this interview too. Like this dude, even hearing him talk about rebounding, like when they were kind of asking him, you could tell they were prodding him on like, what do you do? What do you bring to the basketball floor? And he was kind of just like, yeah, I don't know. Like I'm me. It's not like I want to be Dwight Howard here. It's not like I don't study Nikola Jokic. I just, I like contact. And then they asked him about rebounding, and his eyes just like lit up, and he was just like, "Yeah, I love to go get the ball." Like this dude, I feel like just wants to be in the mix and doesn't need to score, and probably loves rebounding drills more than anything else on earth. And you could drop him in a tent outside of Mackey, and he would pretend he's camping and just wake up and rebound. I feel like it's a great cultural fit here.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think of a good movie reference for this. But it's like Get Out, I guess when you when they're doing a little stirring thing in the cup. Like when Oscar Cluff hears the word ball or like rebound, I feel like his eyes just snap into like he's a robot and that sets him off.
Mm, I like that.
Like I feel like he's annoying coach at practice. He's like Payne's gotta be like, Oscar, we will get to shell drill. Okay, just please, can we have to install offense. He's like, Coach, rebound. Like
Yeah,
I need to go get ball. He's like, all
yeah.
right, let's install our offense first, and then we'll do shell drill. Okay.
Want ball.
Ball.
He did do another quick verbal drop. They didn't spend a lot of time on it, and there wasn't much footage to go with it, but just a quick verbal. Yeah, I'm stepping outside a little bit too. The 3 point shot. Do you buy that that's going to be an element of Purdue's offense this year? Oscar Cluff shooting threes.
No, too far away from rebounds.
I buy that the shot goes in. I think it'll probably look like Edie, where he shoots like what, five or six this year and makes three of them again. Isn't that what he did last year? He was like 4 for 6 from three.
Something like that.
I think he can shoot them. I just don't think that's what his role is on the team or what Purdue wants from him. This quote from him, I knew that Braden, TKR, and Fletcher, I knew they were good, but they're really good. What does that mean to you? And I guess like going through the thought exercise on this, what do you think Oscar thought those three were before he got to Purdue?
I feel like he felt the same about Braden. And once again, this becomes like a flesh thing. I honestly, I'm questioning the what he actually did think that, like, what was the level of disrespect you were like TKR was 20-6 last year. Brady Smith was the first team All-American. Fletcher Lawyer hasn't shot under 40% from three since Oscar Cluff's been alive. What did you think they were?
Yeah.
Like gimmicks, like Purdue plants or something? No, they're good.
I mean, I think he literally says, I knew they were good. So I don't think there was
You
disrespecting
know what
Braden,
you know
but
what he is? He's one of us.
what do you mean?
He's one of us, like, well, not one of us to this extent, but like for most fan bases, most fans across the world, like, yeah, those guys are good, but it's like, they're Purdue players, so
Hmm. Honestly, it's probably this. He was probably like shown film of Braden and was like, oh, that guy rocks. And then he was shown film of TKR and stats of TKR, and he was like, 6'8" center, don't rebound. Like, and then
points, no rebounds.
he got to practice and realized TKR puts him in a blender if he has to guard him one on one, and he's like, "Oh, he good."
Yeah, okay, he good. I score. He score. I rebound.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to be a great fit. I'm excited to watch Oscar Cluff this year at Purdue. Also, he just needs to voice over a lot of things. Australian accents are really cool.
Yeah, just do the whole practice.